The U.S. government is back up and running, and hundreds of thousands of federal employees are heading back to work. Early Thursday morning, U.S. President Barack Obama signed legislation ending the partial government shutdown that persisted for 16 days and brought the country to the brink of an historic debt default. A bruising political fight that went down to the wire. CNN's Aaron McPike joins us now live from Washington. And Aaron, no one should be congratulating themselves right now, even though they averted catastrophe, because that catastrophe could still come in the new year.
Well, that's right. And as you said, we will be seeing another vote on funding the government.
Right, Aaron, thank you so much for that. Aaron McPike there live for us from Washington. Now, despite the debt compromise, U.S. stock markets look set to fall when trading starts in just a few hours. We're already getting reaction from the trading floors in Asia earlier today, and also now in Europe. Isa Suarez is in the thick of it, the action in London. Isa, the markets are closed here in Asia, but the action's still going where you are.
Monita, hello, good morning. I think we saw a bit of a relief rally out of Asia. Markets did start higher.
All right, Isa, thank you so much. Isa Suarez there live for us from London. And don't forget, you can get more information and analysis on how the U.S. debt crisis was averted and full coverage of what happens now at CNN.com. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. What really happened when gunmen stormed a busy mall in Kenya with... Welcome back. When terrorists attacked the Westgate Mall in Nairobi, Kenya last month, the only way to understand what happened was from the stories of the survivors. But CNN has gained access to surveillance camera footage from the mall. Much of what we are about to see and to show you is graphic, it's frightening, and it is painful to watch. It's not suitable for children. We are reporting on the videos because there are few opportunities for the public to fully understand what actually happened. CNN's Nema Al-Bagir has been through hours of this video, and she has a summary of what we can learn from that Saturday in September, the first day of the attack.
Shoppers at Westgate Mall. This is the scene moments before the Al-Shabaab attack.
Well, the mother pushing the shopping cart and all the children seen with her in the surveillance video, including the teenage girl, were released by the terrorists. Nema Al-Bagir joins us now live from Nairobi. And Nema, this is just a small sample, we should say, of the hours of surveillance video that you went through.
It is really just a small window into what happened on that Saturday here. And I think what's really interesting is how different it really is from what we expect.
Nema, thank you for that. Nema Al-Bagir there live for us from Nairobi. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong, battling the elements. Fires rage in Australia while storms batter the rest of Asia. Welcome back. Let's bring you up to date on some of the other stories we're following for you here at CNN News Center. At least one person was killed and 2 injured after 3 bomb blasts in northeast Myanmar. The explosions took place in the town of Nam Kam near the border with China. State media said they were being treated as an act of terrorism. Officials believe no one survived a plane crash in southern Laos on Wednesday. 49 people were killed when the turboprop went down in the Mekong River. Search teams are using heavy equipment to lift the submerged aircraft out of the water. Police in Iraq say a car bomb killed 12 people and injured at least 44 in a refugee compound. The explosion, a few kilometers from the city of Mosul, brought a number of buildings crashing down. 7 children were killed in that attack. Iran and Western powers are sounding optimistic about their talks on Iran's nuclear program. Tehran says a deal could be reached within months. Jim Sciutto has more now from Geneva.
After 2 days of meetings here in Geneva, a clear sense that these talks were unlike any other between Iran.
Let's take a look at the global weather picture now. Meteorologist Mari Ramos is at the World Weather Center. Hi, Mari.
Hello, Monita. We're going to go ahead and start you off with those fires across parts of southeastern Australia. You know, there's a total fire ban.
All right, Mari, and you'll be keeping an eye on that for us?
That's right.
We're sure about that. Thank you so much. There's a lot of excitement in central Russia. That's where scientists believe they've made an out-of-this-world discovery. CNN's Aisha Sasay explains.
This was the scene back in February as a massive meteor streaked across the sky. Turning night into day, the fireball sent shockwaves across Russia.
You're watching a special extended edition of CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. There's more to come, including relief all round and especially in China. You are watching an extended edition of CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. Hello, everyone. I'm Monita Rajpal. The U.S. government has edged back from the brink of financial default, I should say. For now, lawmakers on Capitol Hill came to a compromise at the last minute on Wednesday. President Barack Obama signed the bill into law after both houses of Congress voted in favor. Now, this means the government can reopen with funding secured until mid-January. Well, the Treasury won't need to seek permission to increase borrowing until early February. That points to another potential showdown early next year. The president is warning Congress not to let negotiations go down to the wire again. Now, the two-week battle has cost the U.S. economy an estimated $24 billion. And opinion polls tell us members of Congress are paying a political price for all the bickering, especially on the Republican side. Jim Acosta brings us the details.
The motion is adopted. Just as the nation was on the brink, the House of...
Is this going to happen all over again in a few months?
No. Jim Acosta, CNN, Washington.
So how much did the shutdown hurt the U.S. economy? Standard & Poor's estimates the cost at $24 billion, as we were saying earlier, or 0.6% of the annualized fourth quarter GDP growth. Furloughed workers may be back on the job in a couple of hours, but it's not just federal employees who felt the impact of the U.S. government deadlock. It's also taken its toll on other working Americans. Allison Cossack explains.
I feel like I gave my checkbook to toddlers.
The U.S. government deadlock exposed the less than inspiring side of politics. There were harsh words, and it got pretty brutal. CNN's Carol Costello looks at the blame game.
Hello, America! Let's begin with perhaps the ugliest. Politicians capitalizing on...
Well, China was very vocal about the U.S. government shutdown as well, publicly urging Washington to stop the partisan arguing and get on with business. As David McKenzie reports, Beijing was clear about how much was at stake.
Leaders and technocrats here in Beijing breathed a sigh of relief because China...
We're watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. Coming up, we... The ink isn't dry yet on the deal that restarted the U.S. government, but does that mean it's too early to crack a few jokes over the whole mess? Well, Jeannie Most doesn't think so, and apparently she's not alone.
Senator Ted Cruz, poster boy for the shutdown, led the press pack as he headed for... Wait a minute!
Well, it was a long day on Capitol Hill Wednesday for the lawmakers and the staff. Well, one of the House stenographers had enough and stormed the floor of the House while members were voting to end the government shutdown. Take a look. Now, the man behind the happy world of Haribo has died. Hans Riegel ran the world-famous candy maker for almost 70 years, and that is CNN News Center for this Wednesday, I think it is. No, it's Thursday. I'm Monita Rajpal, live at CNN Hong Kong. We now join our sister network, CNN US, for more on the deal to reopen the U.S. government.